We are in just scenic Portland, as you can tell. Riding a bike with my buddy. But here I'm starting off, headed north. Headed on the way up to a little north of Seattle, hopefully today. And the clouds are not supposed to rain until later this evening, so shouldn't have to worry too much about the rain, but I do have some gear on in case I need it. So it's off to the road. Yes, the first thing I'd like to say is, when it comes to the map, I didn't take 5 that much, but I kind of lost track of a lot of the roads that I was on. I was near it. I didn't quite get on it, because the day I was there was a bunch of traffic on 5. But I went up kind of near Seattle. I didn't want to go actually through Seattle, because Seattle's a major city, of course, that can, you can have traffic issues going through it. And I prefer not to be on the same road with the huge trucks, which could crush me in a minute. But moving on, up, out of Portland, up through the woods, again, no Bigfoot, but then again, this is really kind of a very unique place because it's very wooded. And actually, if you kind of go to the east, to the far west coast of this area, it's actually a rainforest. But I wouldn't go in that direction. I was headed up this way towards Mount St. Helens. We are at East Louis County. Yep, named after the Indians with plenty of cows. Plenty of cows. Just enjoying the back area of Washington. There is a lot of rural Portland. They do a lot of farming, and there's a lot of local beef and ranching that is done in the kind of central area to the eastern area. Here I found a stop at, nice little dam here. Dam is, I forget what the dam's called. It doesn't really matter. It's the Cowichan River. Talk about how it made this lake. Not only did it make the lake, it's a hydroelectric dam. The funny thing is that most of the electricity that comes from the Northwest actually comes hydroelectric because they got a lot of rivers, a lot of energy you can tap. Right here on the road. Moving up. They have a lot of signs here for fishers. If you're a fisherman, you can I guess you can walk down there. There's a trail to walk on down. Okay, so this is nice. Hopefully the drizzle stays away. So I'll go on record and say that's a pretty nice view right there. Definitely a nice view. This is just an overlook, so that's all it is. Just a nice view. A lot of Portland and Washington State in this area, they're actually gorgeous. They dammed up a lot, so they get, I think, 80% of the electricity generated is all from hydroelectric. So they're very green in that manner, and well, it's a good love of the dams. I'd be interested to know, or interested to see, what it actually did to fish populations, because I mean, migratory fish have huge problems with dams, while, you know, obviously things that can live just in a lake would do a lot better. I mean, I wonder if it really kind of dented the salmon populations, because back when they would have built these dams in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, and into the 60s, they wouldn't have thought a whole lot about migratory fish. But there were some drizzling. There's some places where it almost rains daily, and you can just tear through some of these areas. It wasn't wet enough to where I was concerned about any kind of traction on the road at all, not in the least bit. But there was enough rain, enough thing, so I did have to fight a little bit with the camera. But also the bigger thing is that it kept the clouds out there, so it was constantly this overcast haze, and it kind of interfered with seeing large far distances. But as you can see, you can just tear through the woods and really kind of like enjoy kind of going through the woods by yourself and really kind of seeing nature. Now, I didn't catch it on camera, but there were a couple times where I saw deer, and there were at least once or twice where it got me paranoid enough where I actually slowed down, because I'm like, man, the deer are really out right now. Here I am in Rainier National Park. Nice little scenic creek here. This is right in the area of Mount St. Helens. Look at that. I get to ride through here. There's a slight drizzle. So, I mean, it's not an issue at all. I mean, it's a slight drizzle wherever you like mile or so. I just need to wipe the windshield. So it's more of annoying because I just wonder what the view would be like if it was actually clear. But as you can see, this road actually only opened like a week ago. So I guess some parts of it were covered in snow. You can see there, that must be fed by a glacier because it's got that coloring for it. Yeah, there were a lot of spectacular views in this area, and I was heading up past Mount St. Helens, which I couldn't see because of cloud cover, and I got up to Mount Rainier, which again I couldn't see because of cloud cover. I actually never got into a spot where I thought I could see it, but I think I got into a number of, but I didn't bother because it looked almost certainly like there was going to be no chance of seeing it. So I didn't really put much effort in it. But the cool thing was I was headed up, and I was headed up. as I headed up, you could start to see the snow start to appear in the little valleys or whatnot. I get up high enough that, I forget, like, whatever, 8,000, 9,000 feet, and there's the snow again. And this is kind of one of the beautiful areas of this is like California, Oregon, Washington, is that you can start in kind of a low-low region and just go up. So it can be in the 70s, 80s. Then as you move up, all of a sudden, boom, snow. So you go through so many different regions. It's just a great thing to really go through and experience. Oh, it's amazing the difference one side of a mountain makes. It's like sunny over here, over there it's misting. Just kind of like, look at that view. Just on the side of the road here, enjoying it. Huh. Great little ride through Mount Rainier. And Washington's not like a lot of other ones that just, like California, which would like nickel and dime you just to go through it. All right, continuing on. And this is beautiful because one of the reasons is as you're going up through it, as long as you're avoiding the highways, the roads aren't that packed. I mean, there are sometimes trucks on there, but you can do the whole thing and kind of just be with yourself and the other people who are out there enjoying the nature and its beauty, because they're out there doing the same thing. I did meet one person in their car who's like, well, I just wanted to take the long route because I'd never gone this way, and he'd lived in the area for like 15 years. So Seattle, you gotta love it. And Washington State. I did kind of zip around Seattle and went to a place a little north of there, Mount Vernon. So